Hey guys, welcome back to Everybody's Gone to the Rapture. I'm Dez,
I'm Fox.
and we're gonna go try third tower.
We got more towers to check out. Hopefully we're gonna find out just exactly what happened, or at least a little more. Here's the thing. At the same time, I want to know everything, but on the same time, I'm like, a little mystery is okay, to keep me thinking. That's what makes it a little more fun.
Agreed. And thus far, this game has done a really good job of balancing that.
Tower 3. Nice.
Awesome. Yep. Man. Yeah, we were saying last episode, I wonder if this math makes sense to anybody.
I don't know. It looks kind of vague.
Oh, pictures, though. And I think it's of the light. Like, it's just really bright in the middle.
So they could see it, too. They could see those orbs.
Well, no, I would guess that she set all of this up. Can we?
Sure, because she's kind of a crazy.
But this is all... Oh, it disappeared. Ah, here it is. Yeah, so this is all her path, like the ways that she's walked. And she comes over here and she records this.
I know it didn't mean to hurt any of them. I try and explain why Lizzie tried to leave with her child and why it was wrong to stop her.
Look at the light.
I try and explain that much of what it did was wrong. It shows me Stephen and Lizzie together. And I'm happy for them. Frank walks his fields with Mary. Wendy and Edward nest together in the orchards of their love. Jeremy lies at peace with his God at last.
So it's showing things from the future.
All of them are happy.
No, I think it's showing that they're all dead.
Or what's happening right now.
It's showing that they're all dead. And that they're all finally
I
together.
understand it better now.
Because it shows Wendy with her husband who's dead.
It is
Jeremy with
collector
God.
of time.
Like,
Oh, I see.
yeah.
No butterflies.
Yeah, I think she's saying, hey, you've hurt all of these people. And it's like, no, I haven't. Yeah,
I've given them, peace.
Yeah.
Huh.
Alright, Tower 4, where are you? Can we go in here?
I don't think so, no.
No, yeah, I don't think there's
Well,
a path. What?
That's just poor planning.
Walk out there and be like, guys, how do I get out?
Can't step over this small shrub. There we go. To the street. And then I'd go across.
Yeah, straight across, yeah. Yep, there's the path. This, gosh, it's just so beautiful. So in VR right now, there is like a painting program, game, or whatever. But the thing is, you paint look like this.
Oh, that's cool.
Except it can be multiple colors and whatnot.
3D painting and stuff.
Yeah. So
no, we've
been here.
This is
yeah. So this is 2. And that's 1 across the way.
Yeah, go back up those stairs and then go up the street a little bit.
Okay.
Because that's 3.
Yep. So we did 1, 2, 3. Now we need to find 4.
Which might be that one right there.
Yep. Gosh, look at that.
She dropped a box.
And I think you've said the word a lot, Fox, and I'm really trying to agree with you that peace. Like, it's just so peaceful here. Like, you feel like you're at peace with this.
Yeah.
It's very cool. Yeah, here's the light. Tower 4. Okay, was she, doing this on the way down? The lights are spiraled.
I mean, she's not in her right mind.
It's gonna make you guys all sick.
Oh, dear Lord, it's making me sick. I don't know how you feel.
yeah, take that.
Except I don't have to spin around like a madman.
Although I did notice that when you playing, you don't stop. Like,
really?
when we'd be listening to something, so it would be like this.
Oh, I just constantly move.
Yeah, you'd be like...
I watched
That's
the
true,
pattern
I do that,
lean in
yeah.
and time slow to almost nothing.
Yeah.
I saw the flame leap from Stephen's hand and the moment hang in the air forever.
Oh, so she watched him kill himself.
I watched his face. And in the last second...
She's the orb.
I almost believe he saw me.
She is all of the orbs?
He wasn't frightened.
And she's been showing us memories?
I remember his expression. Just like I remember it from the
Because
first time.
remember Stephen
Right.
said Kate?
Early that
Yeah.
morning when he woke and still half sleeping said, God, I love you. And I loved him as he entered the fire. And I let him go, knowing I wasn't ready to join him.
Yeah, she's got to be alive.
Yeah, so this is happening. She's recording this after he died.
Mm-hmm.
Held the light to the ground because we were afraid of the coming dark. But now we understand that to cling to the light is not living. I've spent my life watching the illumination from a million dead stars reaching for me without grasping this meaning. The light we cast transcends our death.
Oh, interesting.
The pattern made by our living creates a bridge across the dark.
So it's like Gladiator, what you do in life echoes in eternity. And if you guys didn't see that, there was light coming through the electricity, like the wires, and then shooting out of it into this dish right here. And so what
Or was it
happening
coming out
after
of the
that-
dish into the wires?
Oh, that's good. That's a good point, actually. I don't really know. All right, Tower 5. Gosh, you know, before I was saying, or before we were saying that we would have been okay if it ended with Steven with a brief explanation or something or whatever.
If it was like a voiceover, but
right.
I'm glad this is.
This is awesome.
Yeah.
Like, this brings in to me all the best parts of the game and kind of like coalesces it all into a good
Want to go that way? To
finish.
The left, I think.
Yeah.
The TVs.
And it's all the things that we've seen throughout the game, the light guiding and the butterfly pictures and everything, just, you know, the paints on the ground, all this stuff. So cool. This is what you do when you don't want to miss your
It's
shows,
right there in
but
front.
they're all on at the same time.
There you go. Right there on that TV.
Oh, yep. I see. Thank you.
It reaches out from the shadow of the tower, across the observatory, over the valley, and consumes the world. Everything is light now. Everything has come to rest.
Crazy.
The world is scored by the traces we carved into it. Our presence is everywhere, the bridge joining our stories. This world existed before we came to it, and it will continue without us. In the empty fields and houses, our traces radiate, and others will come to dance in the light we cast.
It's talking about
We
us.
can slip away gently, unafraid, knowing that everything will continue.
Oh, dang it, I wanted to get the light. This is... man. So... Can we go in? No, that... yeah, we saw what we wanted to see. So it's starting to sound now that it's like, hey, make sure the things that you do in life are things that you're going to be happy with going into the future. And, you know, what you do impacts the world around you and whatnot. Okay, so we've done...
So it's doing that. She's talking about it, but also because all the characters are interconnected.
Right.
And like things they did affected the other people.
Man. And we've seen towers 1 through 5
This
now,
is
right?
6.
Yeah.
This is the last one.
Oh gosh, it looks... Here. Nope. That's a screenshot for you. Alright. Gosh, they're like Tesla coils or something.
Yeah, that's what they look like.
He's jumping all over the place, the lights.
That is it. Oh, that's just a statue.
Oh my gosh, this is... I mean, so something that I really appreciate in art is framing.
Yeah.
And as you come up, the trees on either side,
Yeah, it gives
the
a
marble steps,
Good symmetry.
the things on that side, like everything, the arrow pointing
But it's also
down
got an
at the
arrow
door.
pointing. This is where you
Yeah,
need to go.
like
But it's just like their logo. Like it's not like
exactly.
here's an arrow.
All these subtle things really give this a finality to me. Like,
Yeah.
this is where we're going right now. And look, it's just dark, no light in there. No. Oh,
Here
I was
we
about to say
go.
I've changed my mind, but There is no changing your mind now. Oh. This is it, guys. Come on. Gotta hold this for a while.
Well, next episode. That's us.
We're on the ground. That's her. We can't move. That's her recording.
The end is coming now. I'm not afraid. We have each other. We lived apart from them. We understand now our failure to touch, to belong.
I think she's talking as the entity now.
But it doesn't matter anymore.
As the pattern.
Everybody is gone. And we will join them. We are born apart. Driftwood on the banks of an endless dark ocean, and we
She's
will be
opening the
carried away by the
observatory.
swell soon enough. But in between, in the single day of living, that dancing in a strip of sunlight, we can find what we miss. The love that makes us whole. The imminence. Everybody found their other. This pattern is mine.
Now I can see why they set her up as the outcast. Credits? Yeah, they just heard the tape end. Yep,
Everybody's gone to the Rapture.
there it is. Wow. Wow. Okay. My thoughts. Ready for this?
I think so. Wait. Yes.
Okay, here we go. So, the entity is an alien life form, but it's also transcendent of physical being. And Stephen and Kate meet each other in America. They date. They're happy. They get married. They move back to Yachton. But when Stephen gets back to Yachton, it becomes more and more clear that they're not right for each other. And they're not getting along. People don't like Kate. Kate is the, outcast. Well, as we've been going through and looking through the town, everybody has a pair. Whether that person is still alive or not is, is not mattering. But everybody has a pair. So, Stephen had Lizzie. Wendy had her dead husband. Frank had his dead wife, would be my guess. Charlie had Meg. Rachel had Riz.
Rachel had
Rachel had Riz and the baby. Charlie had Meg. I can't think of anybody who was single. I think every single character that was introduced is somebody that was connected, other than Clive, which was like an outsider, not really part. Oh, but Clive had somebody because he was worried about his family. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So the only odd person out is the actual outcast, and that is Kate. And therefore, she has this need to be connected to something. And so she goes and gets connected to the entity. And the more that Stephen is trying to stop her, the more that she's feeling like an outcast. Like, I'm not part of this town, part of anything. I want to be connected with this. And when she does, it, of course, brings the sickness to the town. But the entity is showing her, the pattern is showing her, it's okay. These people who are meant to be together, I'm making sure they remain together forever. Jeremy and God. Wendy and her husband, Frank and his wife, and everybody else who was together at the time, they're all ending together with the people that they want to be paired with. And Kate is pairing with the pattern.
Yeah.
And the whole premise of all of this is know that your actions affect the world around you. Create yourself a life that produces love. that produces companionship and that produces good companionship. Don't get yourself in a situation like Steven and Lizzie were in. You know, don't get yourself in a situation in which you don't want to be in this relationship anymore. I guess Robert's an outcast, but we never met Robert. That was Lizzie's husband. So I think kind of the premise here is, you know, find love, do good. Very, very, you know, cliche.
Yeah, very
Yeah, philosophically cliche, but told in such a way.
Not a bad thing.
No, not at all.
Just
and told in a beautiful, beautiful way.
sure.
What do you think?
I mean, I can't argue with that. It sounds about right.
Right. And of course, there's no 100% correct answer.
Sure. I like the game. I think it could have been shortened. I think some of the long walking, not like the story, but like just some of the walking distances you had to do.
Right.
Like at the very end, they just teleported you into the like the compound anyway, like the observatory area anyway. I want to know who we were.
Mm-hmm.
Or we weren't Kate. It seems Kate was the board showing us all this stuff.
Right. That's what I think.
So we were just, I would like to have a reason why we were there, because things affected us. If we were just some like, you know, entity, just some like non-physical thing, we should be able to just go over a fence or not walk. It kind of looked like we were walking as we were moving.
Right.
So I'd like to know that.
My guess.
It doesn't really ruin the game for me. It's just I would like an explanation of who we were.
My guess is that Steven's gassing worked, and it contained everything.
Oh, sure.
And there's still quarantine, and we are some passive observer that snuck past the quarantine.
Some guy that.
Yep, just some guy. That's my guess.
Suppose.
Because let's be honest, we did not matter to the story.
No, we were an observer.
Right.
We were the audience in this. It felt like a book kind of to me, like.
Yeah.
We're just the audience witnessing what's going on.
Absolutely, yes. Yeah, I mean, it was a game in as much as it was interactive.
Right.
But there were 3 mechanics.
Yeah.
Walk, press X to activate doors or turn on radios or phones or whatever,
yeah.
and turn the controller, steer the controller to activate the memories. That was the entire
And that last
game.
one wasn't even necessary. You could have just pressed X.
Right.
That might have been just a, hey, this is a PS4 thing, why don't we do that? Or it's on the PS4, why don't we use the motion control?
Right. But the fact that we had to walk through town, I think, like, I agree with you that
They
it
could
could have been smaller.
They could have taken a good 20 minutes out of it.
But I think that their real goal, I wonder actually if Yachten is a real place and if they did this like step for step. But if not,
I'd be surprised.
I think their
That'd be
goal
awesome.
was to make it feel like a real place.
Oh, sure.
And if everything was kind of crammed in next to each other, or if they sped you up too much, I think they should have given you just a faster walk.
Yes. Or the ability to jump.
Right. I mean, they took away your speed often. You know,
Yes.
so you could walk
They were-
fast, and then they would take that away, and you'd walk slowly.
Yeah.
So why not give you the opportunity to jog, and then take that away when they don't want you to jog anymore?
It wasn't even like it's not even part of the game. It's just kind of like a creature comfort thing.
Yeah.
If I'm playing a game and I'm playing Serious Sam right now and I move plenty fast, but the fact that I can't run a little faster is just like most games let me do this. Why can't I? Like,
Right.
It's kind of just like an outside thing.
Well, and there were definitely moments in this game where the goal of that is to immerse you in this completely, but it actually removed me from
it
the
hurt
game.
you when there were a few moments when we couldn't figure out where to go.
Right.
And they had to know that would happen.
Yes.
With some of the areas being as large as they were and just kind of open, and sometimes the character that we're following was not always obvious, like where we were, or it was not always like there he is.
Yep.
Like we're gonna get lost a little bit. So yeah, but the standout here for me was the visuals of this game.
Oh gosh, this game was beautiful.
Yeah, it was. The story was okay. Like now knowing the whole thing, I would have liked a little more sci-fi, a little more I wanted an alien thing.
Right.
I understand why I wasn't there, and I'm okay with it, but I
Right.
like that.
Yeah, and I actually disagree with you on that. I like that the
It was very vague.
the pattern itself was unknown. We didn't get to
something.
learn. Yeah, exactly. Something.
An entity.
But what was important was the lesson that we learned from the people in this town.
Right. It wasn't about the sci-fi.
I also
But I
like.
like aliens.
I also like that they all act human. Like none of them were superheroes. None of them were incredibly noble.
Right.
None of them were like twisting their mustache and plotting the end of the town of Yachten.
They were
you
all
know?
confused as to what was happening.
They were afraid.
And trying to find, like, just holding on to what they.
Whoa! What does that
know
mean?
what that is.
Yep. Whoa.
Hey, good. We got a trophy. I wonder if that's the only one.
Yeah.
I wonder. I also still wonder if we missed stuff with. Well, yeah, we missed stuff with Frank because we found that map.
Right. We had
Yeah,
to
we
leave stuff
had
with
to.
Frank.
That's
so-
all right. I mean, I still feel like it would have been. It would have added more, but I still feel perfectly satisfied.
Absolutely, yeah. And the only thing, like, if I had missed stuff with like Rachel or Riss or something like that, that would have been. But I kind of liked Frank, and Frank was a good guy.
Sure.
And so I wanted to know more about him. I wanted to know more about his wife. You know, there was that little scene of him in the room with the hospital bed. So.
Well,
There it is.
yeah, that was fun.
All right, guys. Hey, well, thank you so much. Hey, let us know some games you want us to play. In fact, actually, we're pre-recording this. Maybe we'll just like say, hey, we just finished our co-op stuff for a
Yeah,
while.
100%.
so-
We'll send it out on the old social medias.
Yep. So if after this
We do have plans, but
Oh, that's
if you
right,
got
we do
some,
have plans.
we have plans. Actually, I think we'll release all of this in November.
Yeah. So
'Cause we've got some pretty good plans for December.
that means some
Yeah,
people are
pretty-
watching this. Should we
something
tell them?
yes, we should.
We should.
Since this will be the last episode right up before December.
Right.
So in December, we have decided to find a bunch of hopefully terrible
Christmas video
Christmas-esque games from probably the 90s.
Yeah, some emulators
you know,
online.
the SNES or the Saturn, the Sega systems or something, and just play them on some emulators and just laugh at them.
games. Yeah. And we'll
There's
probably
a
just
Home
do.
Alone game
Yeah, Home Alone.
that we're hopefully gonna play. So that's our plan, and I want to do that whatever. But if you have some ideas for what we should do co-op wise or any games in general, let us know. We're always looking for something new. So yeah, this has been a lot of fun.
This
I've
was really
enjoyed this
good.
game.
I would give this game, for what it is, 8 out of 10.
I think it's worth playing through once. Yes.
Absolutely. Yep.
This was a great game. This was a great game for PS Plus.
I agree. Yeah, it was a free game on PS
Right.
Plus.
As long as the other one, whatever the other one was
Yeah.
more interactive and did more stuff.
And if you guys get a chance to play this, I really recommend you do, because the interacting does kind of help the immersion of it. And
There's the thing. That's the thing about this game. Like, if I had watched somebody play this, I would not want to play it myself.
yeah,
I think watching it was enough.
you might be right.
Because there's not well, I mean, unless you really want to know what happened with Frank.
Right.
But there's not like I don't think there's alternate endings to it.
I don't know.
Yeah,
that's
I would
probably
very
true.
very much doubt it.
Yeah.
You didn't get to make choices
Yeah.
like you did with Oxenfree.
Oxenfree.
Or Gone Home, like you could find more or less. Like
Yeah.
that affected
And that changed
how
the story.
It didn't affect the story itself. It's just how much of the story you found affected how you witnessed the story.
Right.
Yeah. So.
All right, guys. Well, we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We love you.
Kind of.